Welcome to the Core U series here at Physicians Total Wellness and Ptwow. I'm Dr. Bikram Dhillon. In this segment, I would like to talk to you about toxicity and toxicity management. Now, toxins are an area that we spend a considerable amount of time with here at Physicians Total Wellness. Why? Because toxins are a significant impediment to weight loss for many, many people. So I want to talk, first of all, about what toxicity looks like. Second, what toxicity management looks like. And third, how you can implement toxicity management for yourself in order to help yourself lose weight, lose it more effectively, more efficiently, and more sustainably. Toxins come really in two varieties. There are metallic toxins, heavy metal toxins, and then there are organic toxins. These are the primary toxins that we concern ourselves with. Now, heavy metal toxins can be very problematic and they can compromise our health in many, many ways. We spend less time talking or thinking about heavy metal toxins here at Physicians Total Wellness in terms of weight loss than we do organic toxins. And there's a very good reason for that. Organic toxins are the toxins that tend to disrupt hormones and tend to contribute more to weight gain and tend to contribute more to health problems because of hormonal disruptions. So we really focus on those hormonally active toxins, and that's what I would like to talk about primarily in this video. We're going to spend the vast majority of our time talking about hormonally active toxins. Why? Because hormonally active toxins are the toxins that are disruptive to you in terms of weight loss, in terms of holding on to weight that you want to get rid of, fat that you want to get rid of, and in terms of compromising your health. Now, these hormonally active toxins tend, again, because they are fat soluble, to reside in fatty tissue. And we're dealing with one additional problem here when we're dealing with weight loss, and that is these hormonally active toxins, since they reside in fat, when you lose fat, they tend to get liberated into your system, into your blood. And then they're looking for other fatty tissues in which to reside. And that can be your brain, it can be breast, it can be other fatty tissues. We don't want those toxins recirculating and going to other tissue that could be problematic. We need to address toxins as they're coming into your system. We need to address toxins as they're operating your system. And we need to address toxins as they're leaving your system and how to get them to leave your system. When we're talking about hormonally active toxins, we need to discuss each one of these three pieces, and that's what we're going to do in this video. So let's start by asking, where do these hormonally active toxins come from? And the answer is really quite simple. These hormonally active toxins come from petroleum by and large. If you look at the number of petroleum products that go on to become toxins, that are toxins from the beginning, the number has dramatically increased over the course of the last 50 years. 60 years ago, not that many. Now, quite a few. And they are pesticides, they are insecticides, they are herbicides, they are additives in our food, they are plastics. Plastics are pervasive. We have nylon fabric, we have synthetic fabrics, synthetic containers, synthetics, plastics everywhere. We literally swim in a sea of petroleum. If we want to minimize our exposure to these toxins, we need to minimize that in terms of what we take in and are exposed to, what it does inside of our body, and then we need to look at how we get rid of it and how we get it out of our systems. So let's start from the beginning. How do we decrease the amount of hormonally active toxins that we encounter? Well, first of all, it's by going with food that is organic, by looking at packaging, by not microwaving in plastic, by avoiding plastic utensils and plastic containers as much as we can. So it's avoidance of all of these pieces that contribute to that, whether it's herbicides, pesticides, food additives, or plastics. By avoiding those and not having them come into our system, it is very critical that we avoid that intake. Water is another critically important area because many of our hormonally active toxins are found in water. And if you think about the number of medications that are flushed down the toilet that go into our water supply, if you think about runoff, you think about all these pieces, our water supply is compromised. Filtered water is a very critical piece of avoiding toxins coming in. Now, we can't avoid all these toxins coming in. They've done studies on alligators in the Everglades and foxes in Russia, in the Arctic Ocean, and they still have toxins. So how do we avoid, what do we do with this toxin load that we are going to inevitably encounter, some of it that's going to come into us? What do we do with that? The first piece that we'll be looking at, and one of the pieces that you can discuss with your coach with regards to additional, with supplemental considerations, is dual detox from Ptwow. Dual detox is an agent that helps us to capture toxins in our gut and have them excreted. It has an added benefit when we look at what happens with fat loss. And when, as we mentioned, when you lose fat, these hormonally active toxins, or fat-soluble toxins, they like to live in fat. When you lose that fat, they get liberated into your blood. And when they get liberated into your blood, they want to go to those other fatty tissues. Dual detox works by providing a catchment, providing a sponge that helps to catch and capture those toxins, some of them, as they're circulating around the gut, and then to transport them out from your stool, out of your body. The other piece of that that's very important is fiber, and we're going to be speaking about fiber, because fiber provides the matrix within which dual detox can sit, capture these toxins, and help them to be excreted from your body. So reducing consumption, reducing exposure, and then helping to remove them internally. And then we need to look at the final pieces of removing toxins. Most toxins are really removed from your body, the vast majority by one organ, and that's your liver. Your liver is your detoxifying organ of your body. What it does is it takes fat-soluble toxins, these hormonally active toxins that can disrupt your estrogen, your testosterone, your progesterone, your cortisol, your thyroid. It takes these fat-soluble compounds and it turns them into water-soluble compounds. And those water-soluble compounds can be excreted into your urine and into your stool. You can get them out of your body. You can get rid of them through your sweat. They will be able to be removed from your body, but only if your liver is functioning. Now your liver, because it's exposed to so many toxins, works overtime, and it has become overstressed. It has become overburdened. All of us operate within a situation, an environment that has a lot of toxins, many more toxins than the liver was generally exposed to, and evolutionarily, and now it has to manage all of these toxins. So what's critically important for us, and what we do at Physicians Total Wellness, is a twice-a-year detoxification. You can think of detoxification, liver detoxification, as an oil change for your body. You can't take your liver out and put a new one in. You could, but it would not be something we would advise. Like you could with an oil filter. So what we need to do is clean the liver out. We need to provide it a structured means of removing toxins. We need to support it in both its phases so that it can change those, take those fat-soluble compounds, change them in water-soluble, and get them out of your body. Now, we use two different methods. If you're going to be using the method here in our office, we would use a two-stage liver detoxification process that your coach will direct you on, and we'll be happy to provide you with access to that. We will be looking at specific timing on that, but please ask your coach and they'll be happy to direct you to that. If you're going to be working with us remotely, then what we have is we have a two-stage process. There will be a piece that will be coming from Numedica. Both these supplements will be found there. We will direct you to that. You can look at our website. When you are on the portal, you'll have access to that specific set of supplements from Numedica, and the instructions on how to use them will be in your portal, and you'll have access to that. So we'll direct you to that. You'll be able to do that remotely or in person here in the office. Whichever way you will be working with us, we will be happy to support you on this, and we will let you know what it is you need to do to accomplish detoxification in as healthy a way as possible, so that you can lose weight, you can lose it quickly, as quickly as possible, as effectively as possible, as healthy as possible, and as sustainable as possible. I'm Dr. Bikram Dhillon, and I'm glad to be able to visit with you. Look forward to speaking with you again soon.